The Statue of Liberty is an icon, a national treasure, and one of the most recognizable figures in the world. Each year, millions who cherish their idols make the journey to experience her history and grandeur in person. See the Statue of Liberty, a symbol of freedom, inspiration, and hope. Conceptualizing liberty, it was 1865 when Frenchman Edward de Laval proposed the idea of presenting a monumental gift from the people of France to the people of the United States. An ardent supporter of America, Laval wished to commemorate the centennial of Declaration of Independence as well as celebrate the close relationship between France and America. He was equally moved by the recent abolition of slavery in the U.S., which furthered America's ideals of liberty and freedom. Sculptor Frederick August Bertoldi was in attendance for Laval's proclamation. Of like mind with Laval, because Bertoldi began conceptualizing the colossal structure that would soon be known as liberty enlightening the world. Bertoldi's sign encompassed much symbolistic crown representing light with its spike evoking sunrise extending out to the world. The table inscribed with July 4, 1776 in Roman numerals and the American independence to symbolize the end of slavery. Bertoldi placed a broken sickle and changed at the statue foot. Funding the dream, fundraising, and bringing people together have always been integral to Lady Liberty history. It began with effort to finance this unprecedented undertaking. France will be responsible for creating the statue and assembling it in the United States, while the American people will fund and build the pedestal. To raise funds in France, public fees, various forms of entertainment and lottery were used in the U.S. to finance the pedestal benefit theatrical event art exhibition, auction, and prize fight were held. But Emma Lazarus, her famous son, the new cause in 1883 for an art and literary action. Despite this effort, fundraising for the pedestal went slow to spark publication in 1885. Joseph Pulitzer placed an ad in his paper, The New York World, inviting readers to donate to the cause in action. Pulitzer printed its donor name in the newspaper. The public rose to the challenge with 120,000 people donation over $100,000 and securing the remaining funds needs for the statue pedestal. Meanwhile, in France, Bertoldi required the stand of an engineer to add a structure issue associated with designing, such as colossal chopper sculpture. Alexander Gustav Eiffel, just prior to creating his famed tower, was engaged to design the massive iron pylon and secondary skeletal framework that allowed the statue copper skin to move independent till the stand upright. Construction of the statue was completed in France in July 1884. A massive sculpture stood above the rooftop of Paris, awaiting her voyage across the sea. Back in America that same year, architect Richard Morrison was selected to design the statue granite pedestal, and construction got underway. Crossing the Atlantic. For its transatlantic voyage aboard the frigate Easter, the statue was reduced to 350 individual pieces and packed in 240 crates. The ship arrived in New York Harbor on June 17, 1885. While awaiting construction of pedestal, the statue remained in pitch on what was the Kalat Battle Island. The pedestal was complete in April 1886 and finally on October 28, 1886, President Grover Cleveland oversaw the dedication of the Statue of Liberty in front of thousands of spectators. The story of the Statue of Liberty and her island has been one of change for centuries. The island was a major source of food for the native people and later did settle in 1807. The U.S. Army made the island a military post construction and 11.4 to protect New York Harbor. Later named for what the structure now serves as the base for the statue pedestal. The statue's own meaning and relevance have evolved with time as well. Perhaps most notable is the association with welcoming Harlot Mass in 1903. A plaque bearing the new Colossus was placed in the pedestal with that Lady Liberty significance grew as an inspiration to immigrants who sailed past here on their way to America. The Statue of Liberty original thoughts. As Bertoldi envisioned in 1874, the flame of the statue torch was not to be lighted, but rather made of solid copper, sheathed and gilded to shine brightly in daylight. But during its first half century, the torch underwent numerous modifications. When the statue was dedicated in 1886, the rod of porcelain had been cut from the copper at the bottom of the torch to illuminate it from inside. 6 years later, an 18-inch belt of glass replaced the upper row of portholes and an octagonal pyramidal skylight with red, white, and yellow glass was installed on top on the flame. Change continued in 1816 when copper was removed in about 2015 plates and replaced with amber-colored cathedral glass. In 1931, a new lighting system was installed that called to holes 16 inches in diameter to be cut into the floor of the balcony around the flame through which the projector were installed. By this time, Bertoldi's design was barely recognizable. In the 1980s, when the foundation was restoring the statue for its centennial celebration, a team of experts determined that the original torch could not be restored. A century of modification had radically altered Bertoldi's solid copper flame to one mainly of glass. Leaks from rain and corrosion from the elements had damaged the original torch above the handle beyond repair. It was removed on July 4, 1984 and replaced with a replica that followed Bertoldi's design. Today, the original torch is on display in the Inspiration Gallery of the Statue of Liberty Museum.